Hey everyone, today I'm going to be teaching you how to get the Cute Charm Trainer ID for the Cute Charm glitch in Pokemon Heartgold and Soul Silver, as well as a shiny starter. This will let you get any of the 3 starters to be shiny in one go. If you're interested in doing this in Diamond, Pearl, or Platinum, please watch the videos I have on those games. With that said, this is going to be completely glitchless. We're using RNG manipulation to do this, similar to how speedrunners do it, so you don't need an action replay or anything like that. This is going to be a very simple tutorial, so hopefully anyone should be able to follow along with me. In-game, you don't need anything except your save file deleted, which you can do by holding up, select, and B on the title screen. I've already done that, so I'm not going to show you the full process, but just delete your save file that way. In addition to that, you're going to need 2 programs out of game on your computer. They don't need to be hooked up to the game or anything like that. It is Pokefinder and it is Eon Timer. Download links for both will be in the description, of course. Now in Eon Timer, you're going to make sure the calibrated delay is set to 490 and the calibrated seconds is 14 on your Gen 4 tab here. Don't touch anything else just yet. Now in the settings cog, you're going to click the timer and you're going to make sure it's set to either 3DS, DSi, or NDS, whichever console you're using. In this video, I'll be using a 3DS, but it works on all 3 systems without issue. Other than that, we're going to be ready to go here. If you don't know what the Cute Charm glitch is, it just lets you get shinies really easily, about 20% of the time, if you have a Pokemon with Cute Charm in the front of your party. I specifically am going to show you how to get the Group 2 Cute Charm shiny, which is your Cute Charmer, the Pokemon you have at the front of your party needs to be a male, and you will pull in a bunch of female Pokemon with various natures such as timid, jolly, modest, and a few other pretty good ones. I think I have naive and hasty in there as well. Okay, so let's get started. So first thing we need to do is click the TID SID section in Pokefinder. In the PID section up here, we're going to type the letter A. Then for the minimum delay, we're going to type 5032, and for max delay, we're also going to type 5032. Then you're going to click the search button. There's going to be 3 results, and we're going to pick the lowermost result, which is 39771. Control C over the seed section of it, right? Then we're going to go back to Pokefinder's main menu and click the Gen 4 Tools option. We're going to click Seed to Time, and this box is going to pop up. We're going to click the Heartgold Soul Silver tab and paste our seed in the seed box. Make sure the year is set to 2010 and hit the Generate button. Then I'm going to scroll all the way down. So, all the way down here, we're going to scroll up until we find the 2318 section, so right there. This is the exact date and time I'll be aiming for. Date and time controls the randomness in the Gen 4 games, so we're going to be aiming for this specific date and time. You can actually pick any of these date and times if you want, but if you want to follow along with me exactly, you can use this one. Now once that's known, we're going to go into Eon Timer, and we're going to type the target delay of 5022, and we're going to type the target seconds of 39. Now, Heartgold and Soul Silver have to aim a little bit earlier. So we're going to actually lower the target seconds by 3. So 1, 2, 3 to 36 seconds. Then we're going to load up the main menu of the DS or 3DS, and we're going to go alter the date and time. Okay, so once you're in System Settings, click Other Settings and then Date and Time. Make sure your date and time is 12/31/2010 for the year, and the time should be 2318. However, we're going to actually make it 2316, because even though Gen 4 Seed to Time says 2318:39 is the time we need to boot the game up, Eon Timer says minutes before target is 2, and 2318 is our target time. So we're going to set it 2 minutes earlier as Eon Timer is telling us to do. Then you're going to click Start on Eon Timer at the same time as you click OK on your DS clock to confirm the time. Then we're just going to boot the game up as fast as possible to waste as little time as we can. Now, the current timer that's counting down, when it ends, we are going to soft reset the game. The timer after that is going to count down, and it's going to be the time we have to finish the intro. So by intro, I mean the Professor Oak talking about what the world of Pokemon is and you naming yourself and such. I also usually like to turn the music down on my DS because it can distract me from the beeps and stuff. So we only have 9 seconds left, so I'm going to get ready for the soft reset. So I'm holding down 3 of the buttons, and I will hit the 4th button when this timer beeps. Alright, and now we just mash A to get through the intro as we soft reset. So we're going to mash no info needed there. And then I like to hold B and mash A through Oak's dialogue. I think that's the fastest way to get through it, personally. So for the name, you can name yourself whatever you want. I'm going to pick a random name by hitting OK. And you're going to stop at the last dialogue for Oak that says, "I'll see you later." Now, when this timer counts down and finishes, you're going to hit A here. Alright, I'm going to lower the music, like I talked about. So then you have to walk downstairs, talk to your mom to see what you've hit. Now, you're probably not going to get your trainer ID correct on the first try, which is totally fine, right? This is probably going to take me maybe 2 to 5 attempts, tops. And first timers, expect this to take a few hours. It is very simple to do, but if you've never done anything like this before, I would say most beginner time is like 2 to 3 hours. And once you kind of understand what you're doing, you'll get it down. So check your ID. So let's type in what ID I hit. So we're going to go back to the TID section of Pokefinder and type the ID we hit. Now, if your ID leads with the 0, don't type the 0. So I got 0523. I just type 4523. Then we're going to alter the date and time to be the one that we aimed for. So 11 p.m., 18 minutes, and we're going to hit find. All right, so we found 2 here. Which delay have we hit? Well, the best way to figure it out is to look at the seconds, and whichever seconds is closest to the one that you aimed for is probably what you hit. So since I hit 39 seconds and I was aiming for 39 seconds, we probably hit 5212. So in EonTimer, we're going to go into delay hit, and we're going to type 5212, and we're going to hit update. Then we're going to give it another go. So once we've got everything calibrated, we just have to do the same attempt again, really. So start EonTimer at the same time as you start your 3DS clock, and load into the game. Now there's a few different things that didn't happen to me that might happen to you. So the first thing is I hit directly onto my 39 seconds there, right? If you do not hit to the 39 seconds, which is the seconds we are aiming for, what you do is you change the seconds, the target second box in EonTimer. So let's say I hit 38 seconds instead of 39. I would add 1 to the target second box, right? Because I was early by 1 second, so I would increase my target second. If I was to hit 40, then I would subtract 1 and I would make my target second 35. In addition to that, if I was to hit, so basically the gist of it is, if you were late, you subtract from it, and if you were early, you add. Now that we've got the intro timer lighting up, or for the, Professor Oak's dialogue or whatever, the other thing that could have happened to you is the delay. So if you hit a delay, we're aiming for an even delay. If you hit an odd delay, the only way you can hit an even delay is by changing your capitalization in your name. And so I'll explain that to you in a minute. So when you're naming yourself, you type in either like all capital or all lowercase. So if you can see here, when I hit OK, it's in the upper section, right? If I had hit an odd delay, all I would have to do is switch my name. I would have to just switch to lower before hitting OK. So if I was to name myself my real name, Jake, J-A-K-E, the A-K-E would be lowercase. After typing that, I would hit the upper button and then hit OK. And if I typed my name in all caps, after typing my name in all caps, I would hit the lower button and then I would hit OK. And that's all you have to do to make sure you're able to hit an even delay if you were hitting an odd delay. That's it. And if you're already hitting an even delay, don't worry about it. Keep typing your name as you did prior. All right, and let's go to Mum to see if we hit the correct trainer ID. Your mom just gives you the options button, is like, hey, here. All right, so we've hit the correct trainer ID, 39771. Now, we are at the part of the RNG where we're going to be doing the starter RNG. Now, here's the thing about the starter RNG. If you fail it, you have to redo the trainer ID RNG manipulation. So, it's a bit high stakes, but luckily it's very easy. And all it entails is following the exact movements I take. Now, the starters do the same movements except for the final few steps. So I will make a distinction when we are taking those steps. But until then, follow the exact movements that I take. With that being said, you're going to leave and you're going to immediately hold left, and there's going to be a cutscene with Lyra and her Meryl. Now, as you hold left, just keep holding it through the cutscene, and eventually once the cutscene ends, you will immediately begin moving left. And you're going to walk one tile past the signpost, and then you're going to walk up immediately into the door of the lab. So once you get past the signpost, walk up and into the lab. Now you're going to immediately leave the lab and go right all the way to your house. Oops. Just keep holding right. And the second you get to your mailbox, turn around, and then go into the door immediately. Now it's the easy part. You go in and out of this door 5 times. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the way I do this is the second I hit down to leave the door, I hold up. Now this is the point of the split. So I'm going to put timestamps in a pinned comment for where you're going to jump to. We're going to cover it them in no particular order. Probably just first order. Chikorita's going to be first. So for Chikorita's movement, it's pretty simple. You're going to walk out the door, walk up to the stairs, and then turn around and go into the door. So you're going to walk right to these stairs and then turn around immediately and then go back in the door. And now you'll have a shiny Chikorita. Just get through Elm's dialogue and his nonsense. Oh my gosh, he is a yapper. So Chikorita should be shiny. Oh. Oh. There you go. Shiny Chikorita. Next up is going to be Cyndaquil. So Cyndaquil, in my opinion, is the most difficult. You walk to the window, hit up to bump into it, and then immediately turn left and go back in the door. And that's the only thing you have to do for Cyndaquil. The bump is pretty precise, but it shouldn't be too difficult. I was able to get it on my first try as well, so just show the proof. And have learned from Chikorita, and there's Cyndaquil. So Totodil's movement is very simple as well. You take like one step before the window, immediately turn back, and hit up to go into the door. The way I like to do all of these movements is with buffering, I would say. So basically, as I press left, the character, or as I press right, the character is forced to go right. And while he's taking the right step, I immediately hold left. And then the second his right step is done, he'll turn left. And then during the left step, I'll hold up, so he'll immediately go into the door. Man, Elm is a talkative fellow. But with that said, there's your shiny Totodile. I hope this guide was helpful to all of you. This will provide you with a shiny starter that has a timid nature and a trainer ID where you have the cute charm glitch activated. I really hope this was helpful to all of you. If you have any questions, please leave them down below. I tried to be as self-explanatory as possible, but of course there's going to be all sorts of different questions. If anyone's interested, the reason you have to do different movements for all three of them, whereas you don't have to do that for the Johto or the Sinnoh starters, is because all of the Johto Pokemon spawn together, right? When you see them all on that spin wheel or whatever you'd call it, they all actually exist and are real Pokemon. So because of that, they all spawn on a different frame. And because they all spawn on a different frame, at the end of the day, you have to just pick which one you want to generate. I looked into generating all three to be shiny at the same time, and it is totally possible, but it's quite a long way and wouldn't really be worth it in my opinion. Yeah, that's it. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you next time. Please consider becoming a member by clicking the join button below or going to my Twitch and dropping a sub. You get to see my videos early, and you also get to access to a special section of my Discord. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time.